Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Thursday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today, guys, this is going to be part 2 for the Battle for Eternia figure review. Alright, and this time we'll be reviewing the Skel-Knight figure representing Skeletor's band of warriors. We'll take a look at the figure out of the packaging. All his items comes with. Alright, we'll also do a quick skim and quick review of the packaging itself. Alright, the beautiful art comes with. Then on the second half of this video, we'll be doing a talk and discussion video about Despera, the new pre-order / sneak peek Origins figures that's coming very soon to the collection. Alright, thanks to Toy Habits. Alright, now if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you hit that like button, and thank you so much for doing that. Hit the notification bell when I upload new videos, and please share this video. Who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at Skel-Knight. And of course, real fast, guys, we'll do, like I said, a very quick skim. Oops, sorry for the shaky cam, guys. We will be doing a very quick skim, once again, of the beautiful artwork packaging that we saw yesterday with the Paragon Champion. But there you go, guys. Look at this. Look at the detail. I mean, absolutely amazing. And it's really cool having the four major factions, trying to three of them dominating or trying to dominate and take over Eternia, and one single faction of heroes trying to protect it. You got the Snake Man, you got the the Royal Guard, you got the Horde, you got Skeletor's evil warriors and so forth. So I like this. I like this a lot. Beautiful artwork right here. Got this leader, even the leader for this these skeleton warriors right here. It looks really good. I love his staff right here. I like that. That looks really cool. You got a shot of the Horde He-Man right there. Horde Slime Pit He-Man right there. Some overall just amazing artwork right here. Of course, when you fold it up, when you fold it up here, guys, or up right there. Another shot right there. A little bio right there. And then just basically the same artwork we just saw. And then there's the cross-sell of the other figures right here. Of course, we'll be looking at Skel-Knight right there on the channel today. Alright, tomorrow we'll be looking at the Horde Revenant. And then to end the video, or the series, we're looking at the Pit Warden right here from the Snake Man line. But very cool. Brand new characters, all brand new, representing each of the factions for Eternia. Alright, now let's flip around the back real fast. And there he is right there. The Skel-Knight right there. Basically, Skeletor was had all the failures of his stooges were long enough, and so he created this creature from pure havoc magic to take over and try to get excuse me, guys, to try to take control of Eternia. My apologies, everybody. Very cool. Right there. I'm going to pause that real fast, guys. If you want to read it right there. He creates his own army of swordsmen from the raw energy of havoc magic, all under his control. That's so cool. Alright. Oops, sorry, guys. Alright, now we're back here. Now, oops. And here he is, guys, right here. Kind of fix it right here. And here's old the Skel-Knight figure here. Alright. Now the first thing I will say, alright, when I look at this figure here, and we just talked about this, very recently on the channel, is that when I look at this figure, alright, now you can see the Lords of Power, Beastman type armor and top right here. You can also feel, like, you can see the representation of the evil warriors and Skeletor in this figure. When you look at this figure, this is representing Skeletor's band of evil right here, or the or his part of the evil warriors. You got the Beastman type, like Lords of Power armor right there. You got the cool Havoc magic face paint right here. You got the cool armor right here, head armor right there. You got this very cool Havoc staff, you can see the Havoc, staff look to it. Magic sword here, made out of pure Havoc. You got some really cool designs here, guys, on the sword here. Some detail, some writings here. All right, very cool. Also, also, I'm getting that 2000X vibe when I look at this figure. All right, and I brought my 2000X version of Skeletor to review here, to stand next to him. Oops. And we were talking about that, the other day, about, more figures from the 2000X line. And I get that feeling and vibe when I look at this version of the Skel-Knight creature here, or warrior from Skeletor's band of warriors here. All right. Just the overall look. I'm going to put this down here, guys. I feel it's going to fall down. But you can see, look at the sash. Look at the sashes here from both Skeletor and the Skel-Knight figure here. Very similar in style and looks. One is, of course, a much very dull, very, because I'm not really good with colors, guys. The purple is not as bright, as dominant and strong and dark with this version of the Skel-Knight creature than we see with Skeletor right here. Also, speaking of the 2000X line, the Pit Warrior has a lot of that same features as well. With that figure, once we look at that, you'll see he's got the same exact sword from Skeletor's from the 2000X. All right, so I get a lot of that 2000X vibe when I'm looking at this Skel-Knight creature here. All right, but let's take a look at him more closely here, guys. All right, but there he is. Like I said, he's got the cool armor right there, or the mask, or the helmet right here. You got the big like Havoc headpiece right there. You got the cool Havoc paint right there. You got the big red eyes right there. Looks good. You got the Beastman type armor. All right, from purple. Good shading here. Good, styles of colors here with the purple here. They work. All right, this is a much more lighter lavender, look of the skin tone right here. Not as dark, like the Skeletor variant right here. You can see he does have some really cool, unique boots right here. All right. Very cool. Very cool. And like I said, I am really digging the fact that we are getting, more and more in like little hints of the 2000X line, in these figures. So it gives me hope that, that we will be getting more of the 2000X line very soon in Origins. All right. Now let's take a look at the gauntlets here. Looks really good. No shield, no Havoc staff and stuff like that, because this is basically just a warrior that was created from Havoc magic right there. Big giant sword as well. Very cool. Now, like all Origins figures, you can pop the head off, you can pop it from the arms, you can pop it from the waist right there. Full articulation and stuff like that. Oops. Look at that giant sword right there. look at the grips right there. Look how cool that is. Wow. But all in all, a great character, guys. A fun character, a new character in the line. And I am happy they're kind of giving us more of that 2000X vibe with this figure here. Alright, but there you go, guys. There's a look at the Skel-Knight figure from the Battle for Eternia. Now, of course, tomorrow we'll be looking at the Horde Revenant. And to me, personally, right now, until we look at, like, everybody, the Horde Revenant figure is probably going to be my favorite right now. But, things can change. But stay tuned for tomorrow, all right, for part 3 for the Battle for Eternia. Now, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to get everything ready, all right, to talk and discuss the new pre-order that's coming out for Despera. And I hope I'm saying her name right. Of course, this is a darker variant of Adora, or slash She-Ra from the comics. A much more lethal, much more brutal version of her. Not what like we saw in the Filmation cartoon. She was a general. She was a leader of the Horde. And, of course, we saw her. We saw a brief glimpse of her in the Revelation show as a tag at the end as Hordak was being in that Bacta tank, and she was there, going to exact revenge on the people who did that. Of course, that's going to be He-Man, her brother, and her mother, and basically everybody, her loved ones, her family. So unfortunately, I don't know we're going to be getting that. But give me 1 second, guys. Hang on. All right, everybody, we are back right now, and as you can see here, through Toy Habits right there, a tease in pre-order right there. I'm gonna get the thing down. Ooh, it's the wrong way. Right there, we have from Toy Habits, Despera, a tease and pre-order from the Motu collectors right here, from Mattel Creations, right there, and of course some shots right there of what she's going to look like. This is going to be just a sneak peek. Now, the only version of Despera we have received in the collection is through Classics. All right, and thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics, I'll show you what she looks like. Hang on, guys, right here. So right here, guys, is Despera here, the powerful force captain from the Evil Horde. It came out in 2016, and there she is right there. Of course, like I said, this is a much darker, much evil version of Adora here. That, even though despite her many, what she's done, she still becomes She-Ra. The Sword of Protection still chooses her, of course, because it was destiny to choose Adora, regardless of what she has done, in her past. Comes with multiple swords. I do hope that the Origins variant does give us, of course, the helmet or the head right there, the 2 swords, this beautiful staff as well. But there she is in her form right there from Despera. All right. Now back to this right here from Toy Habits now. Now, if you can see this real fast, guys, look at this. Now, it says Saturday, May 24th. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a day of. If it comes out on sale at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I've not seen anything yet. Maybe it's too early. I mean, this is this Saturday, by the way. I checked Mattel Creations right now as before filming this. Did not see anything on their website about a countdown for the new pre-order for Despera. All right, so I don't know if this is true or not. So keep this date in mind, okay? If you are interested in getting her for the Club Grayskull, I believe you got to be a Club Grayskull member. All right. Now, this might be just a sneak peek of the full figure, and maybe into a future pre-order, maybe for San Diego Comic-Con. They might do a video about this. And this makes sense. This makes perfect sense to me, because I thought this is a no-brainer. Being She-Ra's 40th anniversary, I had a feeling we're going to be getting her in some form. I expected in Masterverse and not in Origins. Maybe we'll get both. Maybe we'll get both right there. But just keep that date in mind, okay? It might be just a video of the figure itself. They might do a little presentation of the upcoming figures that are going to be included with Despera. Maybe the Moss Man, maybe the Blade figure from Masterverse as well. Some more Thundercats figures as well. So, or this might be just a pre-order. I mean, just, I'm going to wait and see. I'll keep checking back on their website, the Mattel Creations website, to see if there's anything about a countdown for Despera, for anything Master of Universe related. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down here some guys. And see here, Despera Motu Mattel Creations, May 2025, tease and pre-order right here. All right. Once again, I'm going to give full credit. I gotta do it to Toy Habits. Please, guys, check them out. I will leave a link in the description below on my channel if you wish to check their website for all things Master Universe. All right, not just Despera, but look at this. I'm just going to scroll right here, right there. I mean, just a variety of great stories if you wish to read them about upcoming figures, pre-orders, play sets, and stuff like that. All right, just check them out. All right. Let's scroll down here, guys. And of course, this is the shots right here we're seeing right here, which they've given us. They've given the helmet right there, and of course we have one of her swords as well, her cape as well. The cape looks like, I hope it's a soft good cape, But I feel like it's gonna be one of those very flexible, very lightweight plastic capes that we've been getting from Origins right here. But still good. But it looks like a real fabric cape. This might be, yeah. Now this could be from the Classics version, but I don't think so. I think this is the Origins variant here. I'm over here. Actually, we wanted you to make sure the all new from May 24, 2025 at 8 a.m. through May 2023 at 8:50 a.m. Only Club Grayskull members can buy this figure at mattelcreations.com while supplies last. So it looks like this is going to happen. All right, if you read it right there, guys. So you have a window right there, a one-day window. All right, if you have a Club Grayskull membership, if you wish to add her to your collection, you can do that. I'm assuming it's going to be 3 figures, all right, per pre-order, I think. And then of course I feel like maybe afterwards, beginning May 25th, and the figure will be available. Yes, so after that time at 9 a.m., the figure will go up on sale for everybody else who is not a Club Grayskull member. So you still have a shot at her. So if you're a Club Grayskull member, you get it a day early. And then if you're not, you get it the next day. All right, so you still have a window. You still can get it if you wish. All right. And then, of course, the shot right there of Club Grayskull. And you can see her right there using her swords. So she do have the 2 swords in her hand. And it looks like more of they have the Triclops slash Fisto slash swords right there. I assume that there are going to be 2 head sculpts. One for her head right here, where you can see the bottom up, and you can pop it off, and you can put the more Adora short-haired crew cut look to her version. Anything else here? Any box art here? Oh yeah, because we saw this right. This is part of the Hurricane Hordak box art we looked at, a couple days ago. But there she is. Hopefully, we'll also get the Dragstore as well, and 2 new members of the Horde right there. It looks like 2 scorpion type creatures. But I am looking forward to this. I am looking forward to getting this because I didn't know there was a darker version of Adora. This was from a comic or a mini comic or a series of a book. That showed a very darker form of Adora, and I cannot wait to take a look at this figure in hand with you guys, unboxing with you guys, if this is absolutely true. Oh, sorry, guys. I apologize, guys, but you know what? The video is just about done, guys. So we're back up top here, guys. Like I was saying, I cannot wait to see this. I hope this is absolutely true. Keep this date in check here or mind, guys. May 24th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's on a Saturday. That's another thing. For the most times, we get these pre-orders on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. This is the first time that we're getting it because it's Memorial Day weekend, probably. That's why. We're getting a pre-order on a Saturday, which is kind of odd, but hey, I'm down for it. I am down for that, and because we're off. That's another thing. With pre-orders, a lot of times we are working during that time frame, and we can't just stop what we're doing at work and grab our phones or grab our computers, most of us, and do a pre-order. With this, I hope this is the standard. I hope they will change it to a Saturday or Sunday, giving us people a day off. That way we don't have to rush, we don't have to stop what we're doing at work, and we can take our time, and of course we can pre-order it and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't wait. I hope this is true, guys. Alright, guys, I'd like to take the time now to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love talking with you guys, all things Master Universe, through teases and pre-orders, from unboxings and reviews on the channel. Don't forget, don't hit that notification bell. And tomorrow, we'll be doing part 3 of the Battle of Eternia figure form, and that's going to be the Horde Revenant figure. We'll take a look at the figure in the packaging and out of the packaging. Alright, so stay tuned for that. Alright. So, I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.